The Galactic Council chamber fell silent when Ambassador Chen walked in with her companion. Not because of the human, they had grown accustomed to Earth's representatives over the past cycle. No, it was what walked beside her that froze the blood of every species present. A Varaxian apex hunter. 3 meters of pure muscle, razor-sharp claws, and teeth designed to crush starship armor. The apex predator of Vorax Prime, a planet so hostile that even the Council's military forces refused to land there. A creature that had killed 17 explorers before the planet was marked as forbidden territory. And it was wagging its tail. Council head Therendal of the Savarthian Collective stood abruptly, his chitinous plates rattling in alarm. Ambassador Chen. Are you insane? That creature is a Class A Deathworld predator. It will kill everyone in this chamber. Chen smiled and scratched behind the beast's auditory ridge. The Varaxian apex hunter, she called it Rex, leaned into her touch, making a sound that could only be described as purring. Rex here is actually quite friendly once you understand him, Chen explained calmly. He was orphaned as a pup. We found him injured near our research outpost. Impossible, whispered Dr. Zilquan, the Council's chief xenobiologist. His 6 eyes were wide with disbelief. Varaxian apex hunters cannot be domesticated. Their neural structure lacks the capacity for pack bonding with other species. We've run the simulations thousands of times. Chen shrugged. Your simulations didn't account for human stubbornness. Or bacon treats. She produced a small strip of cooked meat from her pocket. Rex's eyes, each the size of a human fist, locked onto it with laser focus. He sat immediately, his massive haunches hitting the floor with a thud that shook the chamber. Good boy, Chen praised, tossing him the treat. Rex caught it mid-air and devoured it in one gulp. The chamber erupted in chaos. Representatives from a dozen species began shouting questions, concerns, and accusations. But Therendal raised his primary appendage for silence. How? He asked simply. How did you accomplish what our greatest minds deemed impossible? Chen's expression turned serious. Because you looked at Rex and saw a monster. We looked at him and saw a scared kid who needed help. On Earth, we've been doing this for thousands of years. Wolves became dogs. Wild cats became house cats. Hawks became hunting partners. We didn't domesticate them through force or genetic manipulation. We earned their trust. She gestured to Rex, who now lay on his back, exposing his vulnerable belly while Chen rubbed it. Every species you've marked as too dangerous or impossible to coexist with is just waiting for someone to try. You see Deathworlds as prisons. We see them as homes. You see apex predators as threats. We see them as potential friends. Therendal settled back into his seat, his mind racing. Humanity had been petitioning for permission to establish colonies on restricted Deathworlds for months. The Council had denied every request, citing safety concerns and the savage nature of human origins. Perhaps they had been asking the wrong questions. Perhaps the issue wasn't whether humans could survive on Deathworlds, clearly, they thrived there. The question was whether the galaxy was ready for what humans could accomplish when they turned the galaxy's nightmares into companions. As the session adjourned, Therendal watched Ambassador Chen leave with Rex padding faithfully beside her. The beast that had haunted his species' nightmares for generations was now fetching a ball she'd tossed down the corridor. He made a mental note to approve humanity's colonization requests. After all, if humans could tame the untamable, what else might they achieve? The galaxy, Therendal realized, was about to change forever.